And finally, Cole Hornaday, what do you got for us?
I have the first issue of The Return of the Fantastic Four. It is, let's see, it was written by Dan Slott and illustrated by Sara Pichelli. There's two parts. There's the story that deals with, there's an introduction story that deals with Ben and Johnny, and then there's a backup story by Slott and SImone Bianchi about the Doctor Doom. So I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'm really excited about the Fantastic Four coming back. Okay. And there are a number of reasons. This was a surprisingly subtle and dramatic soft open for a Fantastic Four book. Mm-hmm. There are no fight scenes in this. It opens with Ben and Johnny dealing with their grief and loss over the rest of the family in their own way. Ben has resigned himself that Reed and Sue and the kids are gone and they're not coming back, whereas Johnny is certain that they will be coming back because, we always come back. And also, he's the one that died last time and came back, and we all had all kinds of, if you've been reading comic books long enough, particularly with Marvel Comics, nobody dies forever. But still, there was a lot of lovely drama to it because Ben is finally having an opportunity to get on with the life he's always wanted to get on with. And because I haven't read any other of the spin-off books, like I didn't read Marvel 2-in-1 that Nicole recommends quite often. Now she's making a nasty face at me because I'm a failure at life. So this was like a fresh return to me since the close of the Secret Wars stories. So, but yeah, it's a very soft, dramatic open. There are no fight scenes. There are no big splashy events. It's just Slott does what he does best, which is smaller scope stories about people. But you see that it's already humming with possibilities. And the other thing that I really appreciated about this book is that even though it was a last minute, even though Steve Ditko died, they managed to get in a tribute to him, a 1, 2, 3, 4-page tribute in the front pages of the book and not the back, which I thought was really interesting. Mm-hmm. And giving him tribute and actually having an extensive discussion of his work and showing panels, and then you go into the Fantastic Four story. I've always felt that the Fantastic Four were my friends. Probably more so than the X-Men. And I've not been a hardcore Fantastic Four fan, but I've always read it. I will pick it up and I'll put it down, pick up and put it down. I'm not so obsessive compulsive about the Fantastic Four as I have been about other superhero books in the past, because I always felt like I could pick up with the Fantastic Four where I left off. And that's what's happening now. And, we had all kinds of, conspiracy theories about why the book got canceled and, relating to the movies and that sort of thing. And Chris and I had heated debates where we had our fingernails at each other's throats about, whether it was just the fact that the book needed to be canceled because it was time for it to take a rest, and our friendship was on the rocks for a long time. We didn't talk. Mm-hmm. I'm being dramatic. And Chris was right. I hate that.
You get used to it.
But this was the return to this book. It's a really mature approach to this story. And I am really excited about where this book's going to go now because it is about family. Mm-hmm. And they do try to do a little bit of a reassessment of, Johnny's got this whole speech about, well, they used to call us Imaginauts and they used to call us superheroes, but we're not. When it all comes down to it, we're just family. We're just family.
Are you Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've always thought that he sounded a bit like, yeah, flame on.
Oh my God.
Did you like the second story?
I love the second story, the backup with the Doctor Doom story. Yeah. It has a return to the feel of the stuff that I enjoyed over the years, but it also has a fresh feel to it. So I am looking forward to reading this series on an ongoing basis.
Cool. Thank you, Cole. Fantastic Four. I know it said it's listed as number 1, so Marvel is not going with legacy numbers for that?
If you look underneath number 1, it says LGY 646.
Ah.
So yes and no, man.
Real tiny print.
Yes and no.
All right, cool. Thank you, Cole. Well, that is Book Report, and that is our show.